Oh, that's a leopard. Look at that. Gee, that was amazing. I thought it was a hyena at first. I didn't know what it was. But this looks like, let's get the other spotlight on before I switch the engine off. I'm not sure who this is. I don't think this can be Kunyuma. It's too far away from where Hayden had him earlier. So we'll have to see who this is. Maybe Quarantine, maybe his brother. Buffalo going through the water. Oh, whoa, all happening around us. Sorry, Tofik won't be able to see it, but I'm just looking over my shoulder. The one hippo that was in the water just chased the buffalo for some reason. And I think whoever this is coming down for a drink. My gut feeling tells me Quarantine, perhaps. It is a male. He's definitely, well, definitely, that's a strong word for this. But he looks bigger than Kunyuma. It's not a mature big male yet, so it's not Mvula, it's not Tingana. My gut feeling is, for now, Quarantine, who is the brother to the leopard you've been watching with Hayden earlier. Let's quickly call this in. There's one of the game drives really looking for a leopard as well, so let's just give him a hand. Craig again. Voyatela Dam. Who is this? Yeah, it's Quarantine. Yes, it's Quarantine. Moving one Madoda Ingwe, I think Quarantine. I'll get a positive ID just now coming down to Puzamati. That's so awesome. I will give you 100% confirmation just now, but I just saw a couple of spots on his head that spells Emmett in Morse code. That's one of the ways that I recognized him the other day. He's keeping a bit of an eye on those buffalo. Oh, he's just gorgeous. Yo, isn't that just amazing? Amazing. Yeah, this is Quarantine, definite. And he's going to disappear behind us. I'm going to have to turn a little bit. Yo, it's amazing. Oh, I tell you. That's just amazing. 2 leopards in one day, 2 brothers as well. Maybe tomorrow we see the mother. Karula is my all-time favorite leopard of all time by a long shot of all time. That makes the point well enough. That's their mother. This is her 4th litter of cubs. I was very fortunate that I knew the first 2. She had 2 girls the first time. Called Tandi and Shadow now, Seseka and Tingana back then. Then she had 2 boys in Duna and Misho, King and Sunrise, or King and Daybreak. Then her 3rd litter was a boy and a girl. I didn't know them. And then the 4th litter are these 2 guys, Quarantine and Kunyuma. Guys, what a view, just look at that. In the last few minutes, we have seen elephant, buffalo, leopard, right from where we are here at this waterhole. This is just an amazing example of how rich this area is in big wildlife, in all wildlife. But 3 of the big 5 in the space of about as many minutes. Unbelievable. I knew there was a leopard around, Mike. Not just my gut, but my gut played a big role the last 48 hours. I've been seeing the tracks here and there. I've heard the monkeys. He's looking for a good place to go and drink. Interestingly enough, he actually avoided those buffalo. That's why he walked this way. Not that I blame him. They weigh a good 800-900 kilograms, and they're not known for having the best of tempers all the time. And he's also careful. He's a young leopard. He's not even 2. He'll be 2 in December. So he is aware of the fact that at a waterhole there might be other leopard, there might be other predators, there might be buffalo or elephants, as we've just seen in the last few minutes. So always wary of bumping into something. You can see him being very alert to his surroundings. Sorry guys, let me just get that nice and steady. There we go. The guy is lapping up the water. He's still a bit wary. He's looking at those buffalo. They're far away from him, but he's very alert. He's in the sort of final stages of becoming fully independent. What I mean with that, he is living an independent lifestyle already. He's not relying on his mother for food anymore. He's catching his own food. He's moving on his own, but he is staying within the territorial boundaries, if you want, of where he grew up, of Karula's area. So he's still technically under the protection of his mum and to an extent of his dad, Mvula, who is who is the father of these cubs, because I've seen Kunyuma, and Kunyuma looks just like his father. Oh, that is amazing light. I'll speak to Craig quickly, standing by. Sitting on the dam wall at the moment, looking at him drink, so straight to the wall. You can either spot the thickneys or spot the dukkop, the birds calling there. He's listening and looking every now and again. And like the other animals, like the elephants just now, he's thirsty. It's been a hot day. The cool of the evening is just settling in. He's got a big night ahead of him. There's another game drive vehicle just joined us as well. Look at the reflecting patterns on him from the water, from the light on the water. Oh. They are absolutely mesmerizing. And I sit with Leopard. Every time I see them like this, I just think it can't get better than this. See them like this is just such a privilege and such a rare pleasure. You get this feeling from observing and of sharing and of sensing a moment like this that I almost can't describe. The only way you can really do it is to share it, is to have you here as you are now, sharing it with us. To tell people about this just doesn't do it justice. You have to share it, you have to feel it. And then of course that first moment, that millisecond, when you suddenly realize you're looking at a leopard. 1 minute there's nothing, and the next minute you know there's a leopard right in front of you. That is just a feeling that is amazing. Interestingly enough, he doesn't look very full, but he does have a little bit of a belly, so might be that he's had a kill in this area or something to eat. This tracks has been around. I mean, keep in mind, Kunyuma was here only 2 days ago. That amazing view we had up against the sort of early evening sky, and we hunted that young wildebeest. Only 48 hours later, we're looking at his brother. These two won't really interact too much anymore, but it's also not unlikely that they would. I mean, they've grown up until only a few weeks, a few months ago. They were side by side every single day, all the time. Look at that face. The light is dancing across him. Next time we get a leopard like this drinking, we can have a few volunteers to count how many times they lap the water. It can be sometimes 1,000 or 2,000 times, just for interest's sake, but this is a thirsty cat. Just out of interest, leopards do not actually need to drink water every day. They are largely water independent, but obviously when there is water, when it's available, they will drink, often twice or 3 times a day. Oh, look at that reflection as well. Shadow in the night. Craig, I'm at 99.9% sure it's quarantine. I haven't had... Great to know that H2 could join us here as well. He's been through some thick bush this afternoon following this guy's brother. Oh, let's see where he goes. He might come and walk right past us. We might go down the bank here. Dip my light down a bit. Sometimes I feel like I'm also not allowed to speak when he's that close. It's just so, it's like a spell. Craig, do you want to light him for a bit? Craig? Craig? Yeah? Put your light on him. Thank you. Guys, this should also look quite too lit, too little. Yeah, we'll put some on. Look at the shadow there from him. Going into his favorite area, this drainage line that we've been scouring for leopard the last few days. Oh, there we go. That's the... It's just very difficult. I'm just lighting very carefully now because I'm shining down into him. I don't want to get it in his face. He's definitely got something in his belly, not just water. So I think he's got a kill here somewhere. That makes for a very exciting morning. We're going to have to find him again in the morning. Oh, that's nice coarse river sand. Yeah, there's definitely some food in that belly. So we've got some more leopard looking to do in the morning. I was going to say leopard hunting, but that might be taken the wrong way. But we're going to be hunting leopard in the morning. Definitely. We're going to try and find this guy. If he's got a kill here somewhere, we want to find that. We want to see where he is, find him up in the tree if possible. He might come and drink here again tomorrow as well. So this is extra good news for us. We also know that his brother Kunyumas, that was with HT earlier, is heading this way. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow morning we're in for a treat and we see both males together. Maybe for the last time we see them with Karula. We haven't seen her for quite a few days now. And even though these males are separate from her now, they are not independent yet. They are still living under her roof, if you want.